Hi guys, and welcome to my IL2 Cliffs of Dover map tools tutorial. I found one particular aspect of this to be quite handy if you're playing multiplayer ops, as it allows you to plot incoming raids and other stuff. Okay, so basically what I've done is I've got into multiplayer mode, I've put a server up, I've gone into game and I've selected a particular mission. I'm in cockpit and I've brought the map up, as you can see. If I do that, yeah, okay, and let's pull that back out. Okay. I guess the first thing I need to do is show you my settings. So I'm going to right click on the map, and all I've got ticked is user labels, airfield, friendly air, and friendly ground, which is all the stuff in red, obviously. The icon size that I'm actually using is 32. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the tools up. And here are the map tools. The one that we're really interested in, I'm not going to bother with these. This is the one that's interesting, is the map tool protractor. And to make that active, you just basically right click on it, and obviously the white box shows you that it's active. But before we do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the briefing screen and find out what's happening with the raid. Okay. We have, for the first part of this mission, we're required to take off from Gravesend. The raid, of which the size is unknown, has been spotted over Dover, and it's plotted to be heading inland at 315 degrees at Angels 12. So the 315 degrees is what we're basically interested in. So what we're going to do is we're going to plot basically a reciprocal heading from Dover at 135 degrees. The reason why we're going to do that is that the compass will only basically show us reciprocal headings. So obviously what we need to do is we need to take 180 away from 315 to give us a reciprocal heading of 135 degrees. So 135 is what we need to remember. Okay, I'm going to go out of the briefing and back into the map. And I'm going to zoom in enough to bring all the names up. Okay, I'm going to center on Dover because that's where the raid's been spotted. And I'm going to zoom out just one click, enough to unclutter the map. Okay, so we've got a raid that's sort of coming in this direction on a reciprocal course of 135 degrees. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make our protractor active, and we're going to click and hold on that, and we're going to mouse down vertically. It's important that we go down the map vertically, not up the map. So I'm going to click, and I'm going to bring in a straight north-south line. And obviously we can turn that on and off. There it is. Okay, now the raid is heading this way, so what I'm going to do is just basically click anywhere, and I mean anywhere, northeast. And you can now, if you look at Dover, you'll now see those angles are changing, 107, 108. So I'm going to move that to 135. It's a little bit hard to see, but don't worry, we'll zoom in, and 134, 135. Okay, so there we've got our reciprocal heading of 135, which we can turn on and turn off. Now it's really important here not to click on the map, because if you left click on the map, what you're going to do is you're going to create another protractor point. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to turn the letters back on again, and we're going to move down and basically see where this raid is going to head. So we're going to switch that back on, and basically this raid could either hit Canterbury airfield, it could hit Canterbury itself, it could hit this radar just east of Eastbourne, it could actually hit Eastbourne itself, it could hit Southend, or it could actually hit Rochefort. But at least if the raid doesn't change its course, we got an idea of where it's going to go. So when we fly from Gravesend, we can basically look at heading. We've got an idea of where this raid is going to go. Okay, so now just before, let me just turn this off. Okay, now the other thing that would be handy to know is that if we're flying from Gravesend, we want to plot a course to Dover, then what would that be? You know, what would we set? What would we align our compass to after we've basically set it up? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the protector back on. I'm just going to click to turn it to actually remove that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom back in, and I'm going to zoom right in actually this time, because we want to zoom in on Gravesend. Okay, so this time when we're going to create our vertical line, because we need to get an outbound bearing, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mouse vertically up. This is important. So there it is. I'm going to turn that off, and then I'm going to zoom back out again. And I'm going to activate that again, and I'm going to click on Dover, and you can barely see well, you can actually see the numbers. If you look towards Gravesend, okay, you can basically see the numbers, but not very clearly. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to zoom in on Gravesend. It is a bit clunky, is this this map tools, but hey, that's the way it goes. So I'm going to turn it back on, zoom in, and you can see that the course that we need to follow from Gravesend is 115 degrees. Okay, well, there you have it. I hope that's been some help to you, and I'll catch you guys next time. Happy flying.